Oh, What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Dead Funny Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, joined today by my co-hosts, Kelsey, James, and Canter. Sorry for the team layout of the podcast. I didn't want to move too many things around because later on we're going to do another video, and JoJo will be here for that. So instead of just reforming everything, I said, fuck it, and just made one of them invisible.
You should just throw a versus right in between.
And the sad part is, I actually have a layout for that. I kid you not, because we were going to do a show where me and JoJo argue, and versus is right in between us. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. That's great.
Yeah, should have done that.
Too late.
The other problem is apparently James and Canter can't agree on anything. So.
There's that too. Yeah.
You know, I don't really like losing, and I feel like anything against Kelsey, I'm going to lose at. So.
Oh, that's kind of you to say.
I totally thought that was going the completely other direction.
No. I wouldn't be like that.
You're kind.
I don't like losing, and all Karen does is fucking lose.
Kelsey, can argue, right? Not only because she's a woman, because women are really good at that, but she is very, very smart.
He's really trying to fucking get those gears going now. Son.
Yeah.
It's the light pokes with the compliments on top of it. So.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous combination.
Oh, man. Speaking of weird fucking things that are being said right now, did you guys see that fucking backlash that Sean Bean's getting right now?
No, what's going on?
He came out. I don't think what he said was that bad, personally. I shouldn't say that bad. I don't necessarily think what he said was bad, because he didn't say they were useless. If he said they were useless, I'd be like, all right, I understand. But for those of you who don't know, and how you don't know this, I don't fucking know. But there was a Me Too movement that happened. And during that Me Too movement, a thing got implemented into movies, which is called an intimacy coordinator. And intimacy coordinators are there to make sure that both actors feel comfortable while in intimacy scenes by giving strict directions on where things can and can't be. That being said, Sean Bean came out and said, I think the introduction of intimacy coordinators can potentially mess up the, oh God, how did he say it? The spontaneous look of the scene on film. I don't think that that's bad. Like, it's not like he's all like, we don't fucking need these, get them the fuck out of here, blah, 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 blah. And then he even talked about like an intimate scene that he had with another actor, and she came out, not necessarily like the same boat as him. She's like, I understand why they're here, and I think they should be here. She's like, but I do understand like where he's coming from. And there's like all these people that are like, fucking, the only reason you don't like intimacy coordinators is because you wish you could like rape women on screen. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? That's such a fucking leap, bro.
Yeah.
Good God. Like, you wish they are molest. I don't think it was rape. I think it was molest women and get away with it on screen. I'm like, bro, that is such a fucking leap. Good God.
So I can see the value, and I don't disagree that there is value, and I wholeheartedly support their, like, that being present if the industry has decided, hey, this is a concern and we would like there to be somebody here. So if somebody's like, I'm uncomfortable, and it's literally your job if I'm uncomfortable for me to tell you so we can figure this out. Mm-hmm. That way I'm not having to fight my potentially more like well-known A-list co-star kind of thing and create beef in the industry. Like, I can tell you it's your job, we'll work this out, like you'll work with the director, we'll make it all work. Like, I think that's a very valuable thing. I do also understand there's many different acting styles, and one of which is very much based on feeling and genuine intimacy, and, well, intimacy is the wrong word to use there, but like chemistry between actors. Mm-hmm. And there's quite a few things that have happened that were good in movies that both actors said, yeah, that was great. But I can recognize that there are also equally as many things, if not more, where an actor was like, I'm going to go for it, and it wasn't wanted. So I hear his point. I'm probably going to land on it's probably better to have it, but like maybe that's something to talk about with the intimacy coordinator. It's like, hey, how much spontaneity can there be? Because having a safe word is a normal thing people do in sex.
Oh yeah,
have a safe word and just like establish that with your co-star and make that okay. Like,
that's it. I mean, I feel like actors proofread scripts anyways, right? So you know when something like that's going to happen, and so I feel like if there's an issue with what is being scripted, then it should be brought up before shooting is even done.
Well, from what it looked like, from what I read, and way that certain other actors and actresses were explaining it, was like you come to a sex scene, and fucking you're sitting there and they're all like, all right, so you're going to lay down, your hand is going to be here and you cannot move it further than an inch this way. Your hand is going to be, and like the whole sex scene is played out before you even do it. Like it's just done. So, well, and he's saying it's going to, well, not necessarily. It's not agreed upon by the actor or the actresses unless something is in the I'm not okay with that category. It's these people who are not part of the scene, offset, who are making the decision, this is what it's going to look like. And what a lot of actors and actresses are saying on both sides of the gender here are but literally coming out and going like it making scenes seem very robotic because you have these now invisible barriers that you're trying to pay attention to more than paying attention to the actual scene. And on top of that, like your stuff looks very scripted with how your body movements are.
There's some
versus it just like jumping in the bed, blah, 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 blah. And that's the point that he was making. And once again, I do want to point out, he didn't say they shouldn't be there, and he didn't say they were useless. I'm just saying because a lot of people said that. So I want to make sure his exact quote had nothing to do with that. He just said it takes the spontaneous out of the equation, or it could potentially take the spontaneous out of the equation. Which I agree with.
It can, but I would also agree we have fighting coordinators specifically, and it's made fights more robotic, and then they figured out, like, how do you act through those very specific and choreographed scenes? How does the audience become okay with these very choreographed scenes? Because we watch fight scenes now, and I'm like, there's literally no way in real life that could happen. Like, it can't go that fast. They can't take that many hits and be okay. Like, we know this has been choreographed, and this is basically a dance move at this point, more than it is a fight scene, but it reads like a fight scene to us. And we allow that like suspension of disbelief to watch a fight scene that we know, if you think about it, is not actually possible. Like that would not happen. And so my guess is we're in this interesting place in the industry where they've introduced this, and to some degree some parts of this existed already, but now they've got a person that's guiding, that's
actually in charge of it.
Yep. That's more responsible for it. And so the industry is going to adapt to this. It's going to figure out how do we do this, because if it does look robotic and people feel it looks robotic, then great, we're gonna have to figure that out. When we started introducing fighting coordinators, same thing. Like the fights were so slow, and whenever you see one that looks bad, like there was one in Loki where they were trying to make it super cool.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Slow that you're like, I can like the choreography feels so clunky here, guys. Like you just like this didn't land, and so we're gonna come up with ways of doing that, and actors are going to come up with ways of getting through that as well. So I think this is just something where the industry is going to have to learn to work with that, because you can't introduce spontaneity into a fighting scene. You can't.
Yeah,
someone's going to get very badly hurt.
That's fair. I don't know. I guess my only argument, and it's not even really an argument, just like one thing that I think about whenever you were explaining that, is just like there's so much more going on with a fight scene than there is like a sex scene. You know what I mean? So it seems like a lot to go on. Once again, I want to put out there, just in case people are wondering, I think it's a safety boundary for both people, personally.
Oh,
one,
absolutely.
You have the women who are potentially getting taken advantage of on screen, so they're going to stop that. Then you also have, if you're a man and a woman comes out and says that you did something on screen that wasn't appropriate, which we've had happen, and it actually is false, once again, that's a fucking safety boundary for you as well. So really, I see it as a defense on both ends, which is great. But
there's also men that don't want to be touched in certain places and like
that's,
need the ability to put that down there. And there are men that have made mistakes. You said it came out and be false. Sometimes it's also true.
Well, that's why I started with the true one first. Yeah, I started with the true one first.
Everybody needs protection in that scenario, especially because those are intimate things. And I agree with you to some degree that more is going on in a fight scene. And at the same time, I disagree with you, because a fight scene has a lot of like, there's broken glass, there's chairs flying, there's all that kind of good stuff. There's not much that's required from the actors from an emotional, like, relate to the audience, bring them into this moment, because everybody's just like, oh, this looks really cool. From a sex scene, you're trying to create, like, sexual desire, you're trying to create the appearance of sexual intimacy. There's a lot going on. It's just on a very different scale. It's not physical fight action, it's emotional, intimate, like you've got something else going on there that's very different. Right. And so trying to I imagine an actor that is good at one may not be good at the other.
Yeah, that's fair. And I think that's probably where like a lot of people's complaint is coming from, is like I said, they're worried that synchronicity is going to end up taking out of the actual moment itself. So like I said, it would be interesting to see how it all plays out, personally. But yeah, it's I love it whenever
we're sitting on wrong sides of the screen right now.
Yeah, Chris should have dropped me on the other side.
Yeah, it should be a flip flop here.
Maybe you two at the bottom, so you're just a peanut gallery watching the argument go back and forth.
True.
But yeah, like I said, I don't know. It would be interesting to see how the industry moves forward with it, you know. But like I said, I don't see it necessarily as being a negative for like any side whatsoever. It just depends on how much I guess it destroys scenes. But I don't know. Like I said, it's not like I go into a movie and I'm like, I can't wait to see the sex scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like normally that's pretty low on my list. Like I really don't give a shit. It's like you normally have like two characters where it's either one you know they're gonna fuck, or two you're playing the whole will they won't they, and then when it happens you're like, all right, cool, that fucking happened. Anyway, fucking on to the rest of the fucking story. 'Cause I'm not gonna sit here and watch a porno for the next hour. So you know what I mean? It's like 2 minutes. It's like, okay.
At least not at the movie theater anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
Canter's like, I'm not touching it. I'm just not gonna say a word. I'm gonna sit over here and be silent, smile. Good call, Canter.
Come on, Canter, you're on my team, bro.
Canter has to be careful, and the reason why I say that is Canter has to be careful because he knows that
Scientology.
he knows that these conversations with this friend group can go down a rabbit hole, and he's been part of some very, very, very interesting conversations. One of my favorite, which I think I've told this story before, so I'll keep it short, but now that Canter's actually on the channel, one of my favorites was whenever my other was giving birth to my daughter. And here I am in the hospital room playing Final Fantasy XIV on my laptop because she was knocked out. And I couldn't sleep because I was stressed out as fuck. So there's nothing else for me to do, so I'd stare at a wall. So I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, and I'm on I'm on the hospital's internet, and I'm in Discord with Canter and Joey and Mike and JJ. I think there was a couple other people there too. And we were talking about if we ever got a chance to go to Nevada, would we visit a brothel? And so here I am using hospital internet to search up the best brothels in Nevada. Which, once again, my pregnant girlfriend was inches away from me. And Canter's just quiet the entire time. He's just sitting there like...
I was just trying to level the character in Final Fantasy 14. I just played the game. I was just along for the ride. That's what I usually do.
It was great. Which, by the way, the Chicken Ranch, I would totally check out. I think is what it was called. But apparently it's the number
ranch,
one.
huh?
I think it's like the Chicken Ranch. It's the chicken something. But yeah, we were looking, and they have dating profiles up. Like, instead of it, like, you know it's a brothel, but they have the girls up like a dating profile. So it's like, I like long walks in the Nevada desert and staying up till midnight talking about things that I like. And I'm all like, bro, get the fuck out of here with this nonsense.
They're playing characters. It's a fantasy anyway. So
Oh, man.
They're playing characters. It's a
cracking me up.
fantasy. A lot of people rent a hooker for a night just to talk to her.
Maybe.
Like sex workers, they're not only dealing in their bodies, often they're also just dealing in the illusion of intimacy, which is really interesting and strange. So when people come and like, I'm going to rescue you from this life of like terribleness and I will be your white knight. And they're just like, I spend a lot of time talking to people. I just got to be sociable. That's really all that's required of me. More so if your clientele is wealthier. The wealthier you are, the more time you spend just talking, apparently. And the people that come in, very rarely, I took a class, guys. Anyways, that sounds way wrong. That sounds like I took a class in being a sex worker. Didn't do that. FYI.
Accountant, yes.
Yes. Oh God, no! Oh no! Fuck! I'm actually an accountant. I swear.
Canter will win in this fight.
I'm not winning.
I don't even want to help out. I want to see this fucking train wreck happen. Let's go.
But there's they have, I think they call it like, it's horrible. I think they have it like a roll call or a cattle call, where if somebody comes in and they just want to pick one, like they'll ring a bell and all the girls that are, or actually all of the employees, because they're not all women, just have to stand up in a line and somebody picks who they want and they go.
Yep.
Like even if that person was like mid conversation with somebody that they were trying to like get upstairs. And those actually are very rare. People prefer the illusion of actual relationship and intimacy.
Nah, ring them all out, son. Ding, ding, ding,
Yeah,
ding.
I was like, I know you're like, cattle call, let's go.
Ding, 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 ding.
You
Chris is here. Ding, 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 ding.
You're gonna kill you in your sleep.
Oh, but yeah, we were looking at that. Now I gotta say this part because fucking I love putting him on blast. Joey is such a fucking follower, dude. I swear to God. We're talking about it, and this motherfucker literally goes, I mean, I would never go to a brothel. I would never have sex with a prostitute. It wouldn't happen. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, damn. And he goes, I mean, unless Chris did it. Like, if Chris did it, I'd go. And I'm like, you're such a fucking follower. Why you gotta put it on me? Why do I have to be the one that wants to have sex with a stripper or a hooker or whatever in order for you to be like, okay, yeah, it's okay. We can do that. Like, what? You think I'm gonna let you in the fucking room and we're gonna do it together? What do you fucking want from me, bro? It's like, Jesus Christ. I was like, what a
He just
fucking
wants to
follower,
not
dude.
be made fun of. And
I
he's like,
guess.
if Chris does it, Chris will like aggressively defend himself.
Oh, 100%.
And then he can just stand behind you and be like, yeah, what Chris said, ditto.
Chris would be the guy to go in there with the woman and wait for Joey to go in there and then like, tell the woman, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. I was just kidding. I was setting him up. And then we can leave. And then when they came out and they was like, hey, man, yeah, that was fun, right? You know. I know you don't want to do it.
That's so true. Oh God, that'd be the greatest.
This little conniving
Amazing.
motherfucker right there, bro.
Take a go try to line myself outside the window and take like a selfie while they're back there. Just That's fantastic,
The
dude.
first thing that popped in my head was like, you would never. You would do that to trick him to do it.
That's
And then make fun of him
great.
forever.
Oh,
And
absolutely,
then make fun
dude.
of him for doing it.
Maybe do it with something that's not quite as serious.
Nah, dude. I'm from Texas,
nothing,
dude.
bro.
We go big or go home, dude.
Bro.
Like, I don't know what you want from me, bro.
Cantor's over here like, moderation, let's do something that won't destroy his life. And
Nah,
they're like,
dude.
nah,
Nah.
set it on fire, let's go.
You gotta remember, dude, when we were kids, I mean, not even kids, we were teenagers, that's all we did was, like, it was whoever fell asleep first, do whatever fucked up thing you possibly could to them while they were asleep, and videotape it. Like, that's, if any of that footage still existed, it'd be fucking nuts. We literally all, at the age of, like, 14 are signing waivers of, like, no video can be released without the person who got picked on fucking saying it's okay and shit like that. Like, we were, like, hardcore fucking with each other, like, big time. Like, some of the lighter ones I can talk about would be like, here, I'll even use one that happened to me. I had just shaven because we were going to be going out to this party the next night, and I went to sleep early because I was fucking tired. And I'm very weird. Whenever I sleep at home, fucking butt ass naked, don't give a shit. I sleep at somebody's house, I'm normally fully clothed, like full. Like, some people can go and just like get pajamas or just sleep in shorts. Like, I literally will sleep, jacket, everything, just right on the couch. I don't know why. It's just how I am. I can't help it. So I normally sleep fully clothed, and so I'd slept in my fucking. I still was so mad at Joe for this. I slept in my brand new white New York Yankees jersey. These motherfuckers went and got shaving cream and rubbed it on my face, and I was out. And rubbed it on my face, and shaving cream opens your fucking pores. And then they went and got hot sauce and drizzled it all the way around my face. My face was blood red all the way in the line of a beard for at least 2 weeks. And it felt like my face was just on fucking fire for a solid 3 days. It was so... I had like blisters and shit. Like, it fucked me up. Like, it was bad. It was not fucking fun at all. I was so pissed. But the main thing I was mad about is I looked down and there was like this fucking stain of hot sauce on my fucking jersey. I was like, you motherfuckers, dude. You motherfuckers. I was so pissed. But, yeah. That was one of them. Some of them I can't
Boys!
talk about. But
Oh my god.
Yeah, guys do stupid shit.
I've never done anything like that.
yeah.
Hey, hold on. Normal guys do stupid shit.
There you go. There you go. Thank you. Not
Well,
normal here.
Oh,
what
man.
surprises me is like girls do stupid shit too, but like we don't actually do anything that physically harms us or someone else.
That's what makes it fun.
generally.
Mm-hmm.
No.
There would be no repercussions if nothing was at least some type of painful.
I am
Like,
aware that I'm
like if
not going to
somebody
win
was like, if
this.
somebody wrote me a little fucking note and I read it and it says, you know, you smell like shit. I don't know, right? And like, I wake up and I read it, like, oh, I mean, that's not gonna fucking hurt my feelings. But if somebody comes over here and just slaps
But
the
you
fucking
smell like
nutsack
shit on your
Yeah,
fucking
or-
forehead
yeah,
and doesn't
you
say
write
it.
Write it in Sharpie, you know. then A, I don't see it till I see the mirror, and B, 10 other people seen it before I did. You know? That's funny.
One of my favorite ones to this day was we were getting ready to go somewhere, and one of the guys like passed out like he was taking a nap, and so we went and put super glue in his shoes, and then woke him up, and he immediately put his feet in while the super glue was still wet, and didn't know till later. So he pulls his fucking feet out, and the soles of his fucking shoes just came out with it. So
That's rough.
Oh, that was a good one.
Oh my god. Like that screws you up for several days because like you're like, haha, this is funny, but like shit. Like I gotta take care of this.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Then
God.
you got soulless shoes.
No.
You know?
Multiple levels. Oh, there were so many. We did one time where I won't say who the person was, but we went and grabbed a banana and fucking just shoved it in his mouth while he was asleep. He got so mad. We were staying at his house. He locked us out of the house. We had to sleep on the fucking trampoline. Literally wouldn't let us in. It was like fucking 1 o'clock in the morning. So I just said, fuck it. His mom came out to have her 5 o'clock in the morning cigarette. Was like, the fuck are you guys doing on a trampoline? I was like, well,
and did you say we tried to make your son deep throat a banana in his sleep?
Well, I said,
he succeeded.
I said your son got an oral lesson he didn't like last night.
Oh my god. Now she's just convinced you guys like, you know what?
Oh, man.
Jesus.
Oh, good times. Good times. Oh, the good old days, dude. I miss those.
Kelsey never like put bubble gum in nobody else's hair. Like,
do remember, I was also a stern rule follower. Like,
yeah.
I did not develop a sense of humor until I went to college. And that's not a joke.
Dang.
Yeah. I mean, I think I had one, but it was some kind of it was some kind of asshole esoteric bullshit that I eventually was like, I don't need to be this person. This person sucks.
Canter's over here like, so relatable. We're not allowed to laugh in the church.
Maybe
it's frowned upon by Zeno.
When I first went to college, when something funny would happen, I would go, oh, that's funny. That's exactly what I would do. I wouldn't laugh. I would just go, oh, that's funny. And my friends finally like would physically shake my shoulders and like, then goddamn laugh. And so I had to like start being like, ah, it's funny. Ah, like I had to learn how to laugh in college, and now I'm a giggle bitch. But like I had to figure it out because I would just go, oh, that's funny every time. Even now, I will if I do that. That is because this is hilarious beyond my ability to handle, and the only thing I can do is look at you and go, oh, that's funny, in the just dry tone.
That
Sorry,
got
guys.
on my fucking nerves for sure.
I met you after I learned how to laugh.
Oh, I know. I was
that's
like,
the worst thing is like when you say something stupid fucking funny and like the one person you tell like Kelsey just doesn't laugh. Like it's fucking funny, just laugh.
I think that's where the difference comes in to where like because they always talk about like how women and men are like really competitive but just in different ways with each other.
Oh, very different ways, yeah.
And fucking joking is one of them. There's so many times where like you think you just got this fucking baller ass fucking joke, and then everybody's just fucking silent. And it's not because they didn't think it was funny. They just want you to feel fucking stupid for saying the joke. It has nothing to do with it's not funny. There's times where fucking James has said something that I thought was hilarious, and I'll just mute my mic so he can't hear me fucking laugh, and I'll just be laughing my ass off. And I'll fucking come back like fucking nothing happened, and everybody will be quiet. It's just one of those things where it's like you pick up because it's like they say the joke, and then they'll laugh at their own joke. And if you don't hear anybody else laughing, you just kind of join in with it, and then everybody's just quiet. It happens so many times in our fucking friend group. Yeah. It's just to make them feel dumb because then now they do the whole like, now what do they play? Like, is it like a are you guys there? Is anybody there? Because then that's just embarrassing. Like, you don't want to fucking go that route. So then you just decide to be quiet as well. Then everybody's just awkwardly quiet.
No, you fucking eat it, okay? You eat it so the next person talks. And then it's like, okay, motherfuckers. And then you try your hardest to fuck them too. You know? Like, I'm not laughing at your fucking joke. Fuck you.
I feel like guy friendships are just like this specific group of people I can be an asshole to, and it'll be fine. Like
That's pretty much it.
I swear to God, if there was a way to revive somebody, like 100% of the time, we would kill each other. For the fun. Swear to God. True. Swear to God.
I don't even think it has to be 100% of the time. I think you can put a 50% odd chance on that one. Fucking go for it.
You might come back, you might not.
But guess what? It was fucking funny.
You caught that goddamn iron right to the head, didn't you, bitch? I can see you get up from that one.
Laugh at my jokes next time.
Oh,
Jesus.
fuck.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking laugh, bitch. You wanna die?
Oh, fuck, dude. That's fucking great. So I do have to address something from the last podcast. Some of you might be wondering. So I was talking about Smite, and at one point I decided to hit my desk. So what I've gotten used to noticing, because, you know, I'm still a computer noob in certain areas, is that when you do an action, and maybe it's something that I've set up, but from what I've heard, a lot of people's computer does it, so I'm guessing it's just how it works. When you perform an action and you don't do anything else after that, if you hit space, it repeats that action. So if I hit record and then I hit space, it hits record again. Much like if you're watching a video and you hit space and it plays the video because you already hit play, and if you hit space, it pauses the video because it keeps repeating that action. So it cuts off the recording. I slammed my hand against the desk so hard last night that my space jiggled, I guess, or not last night, but last time we were recording, and it cut off the podcast. Mm-hmm. And I noticed it roughly about 20 minutes later, and then just hit record and didn't say anything to you guys because I don't want to interrupt the flow. We're all just fucking going. Let's get in the zone. Let's keep going, right? All we lost was just my rant about how fucking terrible my fucking journey has been through the fucking Marvel series. So it's not like it was that great anyway. But literally, it's like, I'm literally sitting there talking, and I'm like, God damn it. I hit, and then the entire video just goes black. And then it comes back to me going, so, I mean, I don't think we talked about Phase 6 or Phase 5 of Marvel yet, have we, guys? And then trying to do that.
Yeah.
So I put like an awkward technical difficulties right afterwards. I was like, I couldn't take it out. It was too funny. It was too funny. I couldn't cut that out. I was like, I have to leave that in there. It's fucking hilarious. So you just see me go. So I was talking about the skin. I was like, and there was the next fucking roll. Got it. And I was like, God damn it. And like, bam, black. And it just comes back to, yeah, Marvel Phase 5 and 6. So what do you guys think about that? And then we just started talking about the entire counter. I was like, I mean, terrible transition, but it's a transition. So I'll just throw it in there. Still like a 32-minute podcast. So I was like, all right, sweet, saved it. Oh, shit. So now...
People don't have to stop and do your shit. Look at that.
So now, whenever I hit record, I immediately go over to my internet browser and click on that, so that way it doesn't repeat that action again. So, sweet. I was like, I had no idea that was a thing. It was like, I use it
now
every
we're
day.
all good to slam the desk.
Now I can slam the desk. Woo! Yeah, exactly.
I would love it if the podcast just cut off right now.
No, I'm watching that motherfucker right now. Every time you see my eyes go this way, I'm looking at that red fucking button. Oh, shit. Oh,
For a little while it was broken, so when I was doing like the red button, the timer next to it, and so I'm doing like videos and I look over and it says 0.00 and I'm like, shit, like freak out, and I've got a 45-minute video, everything's fine, just for some reason that timer broke for a while.
And if you actually leave the cursor on the recording button, it doesn't show the timer.
Oh,
it doesn't actually show it until you move the cursor off the recording button. So there's some plain times where I've hit record, I look over there and I'm like, there's no way we haven't been recording this whole time, and I move the mouse and it's like 14 minutes in, and I'm like, okay, don't fucking do that.
It's not fucking funny.
Don't fuck with me. Oh,
I'll kill you.
I will.
50% chance you come back. Don't care.
Oh,
I love
man.
your bitch ass.
Oh, man. Update on my computer. I fried that hard drive. I was trying to put it in my computer, so that happened.
That's sad.
Oh.
I don't even know how it did it. It just, I don't know if I did it. I'm just saying that I did it because I don't know how else it could have happened. Which Tony's like, there's 1,000 ways it could have happened. It was an 8-year-old hard drive. It could have just shit out because you haven't used it in like fucking 4 years. But yeah, I literally, like, it was spinning up, it was doing good, and I was trying to get it to like connect to my computer. Still haven't figured that out because I bought me a new hard drive and I still can't connect to my computer. So we're trying to figure that out. Props to Tony, by the way, if he's watching, or any of you guys. I know a lot of you people come from fucking Darkstar. Props to that guy. Tony's like one of the best computer friends you can have. He fucking knows everything about computers. He fucking builds computers. And on top of that, this dude took 6 hours out of his day to walk me through every fucking thing on my computer to try to figure out this hard drive issue. And it had nothing to do with him. 6 fucking hours. 6 hours. That's a lot. Like, holy shit. I didn't even know we were doing it for that long because obviously I'm like, oh, cool. Let's fucking... There's so much shit. Like, I didn't know how to get into my fucking BIOS settings on my computer and all that other shit and how to update all that and go in there and actually, like, BIOS, whatever the fuck it is. Dude, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know,
I was
dude.
just gonna smile. I was just gonna leave.
Don't know.
I was like,
BIOS, yeah.
You called it BIOS later.
BIOS, yeah,
All
exactly.
I know about.
Like data, same thing.
Yeah, fuck it, right? So,
We have
yeah.
to give him props too, because if he spent 6 hours with you, that was the whole time he was awake for the day. So he slept the rest of it.
That's true, dude. Oh, he actually talked about that last night, dude. Apparently, he got like fucking sick as shit like 3 nights ago, and so he fucking apparently only got like an hour of sleep one night, and he's like, my body's just been trying to like catch up, and it's been rough. He's like, I wake up and I'm like, I want to play Smite, and then I look and nobody's messaged in the thing, and he's like, and then I'm like, fuck, if I don't go to sleep, I feel like I'm gonna die, and he just goes to sleep, and I was like, all right. Yeah, so we were playing Smite last night. We were on a pretty good fucking roll, so. But yeah, no, so I don't know what's going on my computer. I have 6 ports for my SATA data cable, and fucking only one of them work, and then we got the other ports enabled, which is great. Obviously 2 of them I can't use because of my PCI fucking roads or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Tony was talking, I was like, yeah, sure, just tell me it doesn't work and tell me that it will never work, and I'm okay with that. So I trust
The crazy
you.
thing about Tony, he's like, to this day, he's probably typing all this shit up too. Like he's gonna send you this fucking
For sure.
right. Everything he said, he's like, all right, I'm just gonna put it in words so you can go back and read it.
The best thing the best thing to do with Tony is, like, if you really want to get into a project and you can get Tony excited about it and involved, like, he just takes it off your hands. Like, that's just done.
For real.
Like, we
He
were
figures
like,
your project out.
yeah, we were like, oh, wow. There are people who are, like, modding Elden Ring to be able to play Elden Ring together. Like, completely together. That's pretty cool. And then next thing I know, I've got this fucking message on Discord that has the exact files I need to download, a step-by-step path of how it needs to go in there, and a fucking, like, graph to show me all this other shit that I need to fucking do. And, like, by this minute mark, I should be here. This minute mark, I should be here. Like, everything's just laid out. This motherfucker does that
Think
with
you're watching
everything.
some Spy Kids bullshit over
Yeah,
here.
he does not fuck around. Like, he literally will lay all that shit out. Same thing where we were playing Civ. James is new to that too.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Civ, and it's like, these are all the mods you need. This is how you need to go get them. This is how you need to do this. Like, every single time. Every single time. So, yeah. Which Elden Ring co-op was pretty badass. The people who made that fucking, damn, I can't think what the fucking name of it's called now. I think they just called it Seamless Co-op. Yeah, because for those of you who don't play Elden Ring, or haven't played Elden Ring, the way it works is, like, let's say I'm playing Elden Ring, and Kelsey wants to go play Elden Ring. She can join into my world while we defeat a boss, but as soon as that boss is dead, she gets kicked out. Or if we're in a specific area, she's in my world, and then there's, like, light borders up, and if we go past those borders, she gets kicked out, and then I can re-invite her, and then we'll be on the other side of those borders, and then we go a little bit further. But it's the constant, you get kicked out, I invite you in. You get kicked out, I invite you in. You get kicked out, I invite you in. We can't use our horses to drive or to ride around this gigantic fucking map. None of that shit. Seamless Co-op literally took all of that out. Basically, all it did is, instead of making me a host and you a guest, it just gave us all host privileges within the same map. So I invite you in, and we have full reign of the entire territory. You don't get kicked out at all. And we can ride our horses. We can do whatever the fuck we want to. I think it's up to like 4 people. It was insane. So me, JJ, and Tony we got like heavy into fucking Elden Ring there for a while. So it was fun. It was a good game. Haven't beat it yet, but it was a good game. There's a lot of...
Going to beat it?
Elden Ring is one of those games where it's like you can play it and then put it down and come back to it because like the story is good. It's not like it's not a good story. There's just so much to do, and it is one of those true games of like, I haven't seen this territory yet, and then you go over there and you die instantly because you're not supposed to be over there yet. Like, and that's like 90% of the fucking map. So like, it's fucking, it's an inching your way into the game for sure because you get your ass kicked a lot. So, but it's fun. It's fun. It's a good game.
I couldn't get through Bloodborne because I don't like that kind of game.
No, you don't like the difficulty. I mean, I liked it.
No.
Like I said, it's fun. It's fun. Actually, to even put Tony in an even better light, when we first tried it, Tony was like, "How about we focus on what everybody wants their main weapon to be, and then we'll go cheese and get the main weapons, and then start over with at least decent weapons, and then go through it." And he was trying to get this bow for JJ. So I already knew where my sword was at because I had just gotten it on my solo save. So I immediately rode my horse out there to go get that. And they were trying to get this bow for JJ. And I teleported out to him, and he's trying to do it. And he's like, the only way this is going to happen is if I come in here with my main character, and then I can get down there and then get you guys down there. So he brings in his main character, and out of nowhere, we just start getting all this shit in our inventory. Everything has been unlocked for us now. We have every fucking weapon in the game. We've beaten every boss in the game, blah, 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 blah. But all of our bosses are technically still there. But now we have all this overpowered shit. Tony felt so bad about it. He had me and JJ grab our files and give them to him, and he went through and scrubbed our fucking files of all that data all the way through to redo our files so that way me and JJ didn't have to go remake characters and start all the way over from fucking level 0 again. Which, we were like level 5. So I was like, we could just make new characters. And JJ's like, yeah. And Tony's like, no, I fucked up. It's on me, guys. I got this. Don't worry about it. It took him like 14 hours. Like,
Jeez, holy crap.
but he was like,
And
I
you guys
fucked up.
weren't even mad?
No,
Like, if you
I
guys
didn't
were
care.
pissed, I could see him being like, 14 hours, okay, cool, like, get my friend's cool with me.
I think the
Like-
biggest thing is like, and you guys have probably noticed, one, either playing with JJ or two, being on content with JJ, like, JJ is a very interesting gamer. He wants to be a part of everything, but once something is very, like, long and tedious, he loses interest very quickly. And, like, I told Tony that ahead of time. I was like, if we do, like, a lot of this grinding and shit like this, we're not actually, like, fighting and doing all this other stuff, JJ's not going to give a shit. Like, this will be his only time playing Elden Ring. He's going to check out. And so, like, Tony was trying to avoid doing that, which is why he wanted to go get all these weapons, so that way it's like, we don't have to do all this grinding. You can kill shit and continue to just play the game. And we had to do some kind of tedious, parkour shit to get to the fucking weapon to begin with. And so it was, like, very easy to tell that by the time that Tony figured this out, like, JJ was checked out. So I guess he thought, like, maybe it would bring JJ back in, and JJ, like, never fucking played again. So.
Oh. Ugh, you spent 14 hours and you never play again? Oh. That's the difference, girlfriendship, boyfriendship. But guys was like, fuck off, I'll kill you in something else. Yep. And girls are like, okay, you spent 14 hours, like, I'll put an effort in.
Yep.
Like, jeez.
I played, it was fun. Me and Tony played, so I enjoyed the game.
Glad you had fun.
It's a good game. I like it. I just don't know when I'm going to beat it. So, and with the Rockstar lineup we got coming at the end of this year, I don't know when I'm going to play anything else. So that's fucking crazy. But yeah. Oh, since we got two people fucking who are Dead by Daylighters in here, did you see the fucking skin? And Kelsey, you might want to look this up while we're talking about it. The fucking skin they gave Ada Wong. She looks terrible. She looks fucking terrible. So Ada Wong is a character from Resident Evil 2. She's from multiple Resident Evils, but she started in Resident Evil 2. She has this sexy fucking red dress, black heels, all this, and that's what they were going to bring her in. If you look at a picture of her from Resident Evil 2 Remake, and then a picture of her character being brought in, she looks terrible. It's fucking gross, dude. It's fucking gross. And they just did like a full-on update to like Claire Redfield and Jill. Like they actually look like human now versus that pasty whatever the fuck it was that they threw in there. She looks terrible. And they also gave her flats. They took her heels away. And that's the biggest thing that people are bitching about. They're like, why you gotta take her heels away? Like, she's a badass in heels. Why you gotta fucking give her flats? And everybody's like, fucking behavior can't even fucking get most of their shit right, much less figure out how to make heels not clip into everything you want to jump over. And I was like, that's pretty fucking funny, honestly.
free.
I thought you were gonna bring up the whole Wesker thing. Now that he's
I'm still not a
officially,
fan of that. I'm still not a fan of that.
dude, I watched a little bit. I mean, a hair bit of gameplay before this podcast, and he is broken. Like
That doesn't surprise me.
broken with his own perks, right? Imagine in like in a custom lobby with
Or
mixed match.
anything? Yeah.
Dude,
Mhm.
he is stupid. He is stupid.
I'm not a fan. I just don't think Wesker fits like the feel of what the killers are supposed to be in Dead by Daylight.
I agree.
And that's where like I'm not a fan. It's like whenever I talk about Smite, it's like, why the fuck is Mulan in here? Like, it doesn't make sense. Battleground of the Gods, we got fucking Mulan running around. Doesn't make sense. I mean, I say that too about the Arthurian Legends, but now I'm like a fucking Arthurian Legend main, so I can't really talk shit about that anymore. I've switched all my gods to Arthurian Legends at this point. My solo is now King Arthur. My jungle is Lancelot. My mid is Morgan Le Fay. Like, I fucking love the Arthurian Legends. They're the fucking shit. Oh, man. I love it. But
As long as you recognize, like, logically this shouldn't work, then I don't care.
yeah, logically it shouldn't work. But right now, I'm fucking dunking on fucking Zeus 10 out of 10 times it's happening. So I'll fucking take it. Let's go. My favorite thing is obviously you don't play Smite Kelsey and Cancer 2 is with King Arthur. Basically the way his moveset works, he's a combo character. So every god has 4 abilities, 3 regular abilities, 1 ultimate. King Arthur has 8 abilities, so 2 are ultimates. But the way it works is that if I use 1 from here, I immediately switch to this tree. And then when I use 1 from here, I'll switch to this tree. And it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, constant. So you have to pay attention to what abilities are up when you're using your abilities. His secondary ult, I love because he runs up and he knocks him in the air, and then he just jumps up there and does kind of like an Omni Slash, honestly, from Final Fantasy VII, where he's just fucking going at it. But he goes, "For Avalon!" And it just starts fucking shit up. So we're all playing. It's late at fuck at night. And I think you were the first person that started, James, where it was like, fucking, I'm just picking somebody I don't even know how to play.
Oh, it was.
And I said, well, if everybody's doing it, I'm doing it. So I picked King Arthur. I'd never played him before. And I used that ult like right out the bat. As soon as I got it, I used it. And I heard him do the 4 Avalon. That's all I did all night long. I would run into somebody's tower and get fucked up by the tower, throw them up in the air, and I would scream it. I wouldn't let Arthur do it. I would scream it over the mic going, "For Avalon!" And it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm just fucking, it was so much fun. Oh my God. I love it.
Just to double check, because every time you get loud, Discord cuts you out, so nobody heard any of what you
really?
said. You're saying for Avalon,
For
correct?
Avalon, yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, Discord does that. There's nothing you can do to your mic to make it happen, like make a change. It's Discord being like, yeah, you don't get to break people's eardrums. Fuck you.
Oh well. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Wesker being in Dead by Daylight. Not that I'm going back anytime soon to really like fucking get, really
I'm
upset
definitely
about
not
it.
going to that game.
Yeah.
No.
It'll be a while before I make my return back. Well, I mean, maybe with the fucking Gauntlet, but we'll see. I mean, I'm trying to see if maybe not even put Dead by Daylight on the Gauntlet. So we got a lot of games coming up on that Gauntlet that I'm pretty excited about. A lot of really, 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 really good ones. So, and that's been probably the most fun. I mean, I know I've mentioned a couple times on podcasts that we're in the middle of finding/recording October content. We have found some fucking great games this year, guys. Like, some great games. Like, we literally just recorded. We did a recording session this last Sunday with James.
Yep.
Bruh. Like, Hell Coming is probably one of the funnest games I've fucking played in a long time.
If we realized how to actually play the fucking game.
Yeah, that would be great.
It wouldn't last so damn long, but other than that, it was fucking great.
That's a beast. I feel so bad for JJ. That is a beast of an edit. God damn, that is a beast of an edit. Like, me and him literally looked, and it's like, all right, here's October's calendar. What days do you want to do edits, and then what days do I want to do edits? And we literally basically like split it. So it's like everything that we're doing on Monday, I'm taking care of because I'm trying to see, because I've talked about this on the podcast as well. I'm trying to see about doing like a murder mystery game versus a podcast every Monday throughout Halloween or October. And then Sunday is Boo Crew. Saturday is Boo Crew. So I have Sunday Boo Crew, Monday. Kelsey, obviously, you do Tuesdays. And then Wednesday is the VR series that we're doing with JJ. So he's he's editing that. And then I've got the haunted houses. So that leaves also Friday and Saturday for him. So it's pretty split evenly. But that fucking video last night, that was like an hour and 45 fucking minutes of us playing that game. And we didn't lose. We won. But it took us that long to figure out how we were playing the fucking game to finally fucking win.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
it was
the next
insane.
recording will be cut in half. Right? So, like, we know the principle and what to look for now, and we're not just wandering blindly and just,
That fucking, man, that game was so much fun. But it's basically like Phasmophobia. Instead of going and looking for a ghost, you're looking for a demon. And there's demonic shit all over the place that you're going to. So ours was a school. And you're a cleanup crew. And you're going in there with different tools to clean stuff up. And each thing that you clean up leads to a long list to break one of the runes or something like that in order to go down there and get rid of the thing that's keeping the demon tied to that place. And it was... Fuck, the game was fun.
I honestly wish that I could have seen Chris's face the very first time he interacted with this fucking girl that is obviously the demon, like, hunting you or whatever.
I screamed so loud.
All I know is I see this dude go up these stairs, and I stay on the bottom floor. I see him go up these stairs, and, like, the next thing I hear is, like, a fucking desk rattle, like... fucking just, like, if he had a face cam on, I swear to God, I would screenshot whatever the fuck it looked like, and that would be his picture for me. Like, cause you just know that it was so good.
It scared the shit out of me. Scared the shit out of me. I won't ruin it for people, but it's pretty good. Like, it's the only time I think I've ever gotten scared in a game and I actually had to just stand still for a second. I literally just stood still and was like, my fucking chest hurts right now. Like, I screamed
you could tell it was one of those
so loud.
Like, fucking screams. Like, it was real.
It scared the shit out of me. Oh my God.
I mean, it was real for the first time for everybody, right? Like, once she got everybody the first, like, each one was real. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, it didn't help any time after that, right? It was scary every time. But the first time was obviously the worst, because, like, we had whatever the hell he explained it to us like, is what we had to base it off of. And so, then when it happened to us, you know, obviously it was, you know, nothing like he fucking said, you know?
Guy friendships.
Look, all right, I had the first interaction, okay? She chose not to hide there anymore. That's not my fucking fault, all right? I found her first hiding spot, and it scared the shit out of me. Here I was being a fucking good little janitor going and cleaning shit up, and I'm just like, I'm going to go tackle the next floor, and then BAM! Scared the fucking shit out of me.
Yeah, y'all going to enjoy the shit out of that.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Watch it.
That was a good one. Fuck, that terrified the shit out of me. Oh my God. I even told JJ, I was like, we might have to make that the first episode that comes out. Like, it was that good. It was that good. So, kind of upset about the next game that we're going to play, though. I feel like that menu was very clunky. Like, we didn't play it, but I feel like that menu was very clunky, and I was really excited for that game.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
So, I'm not sure how much I'm excited about that one anymore. Because that was the main one where I was like, bro, this would be, like, better than fucking Phasmophobia. So, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, that's all we can do.
Yep. But anyways, we should get close to wrapping it up here. If you guys enjoyed this podcast, make sure you like, you subscribe, you turn on those notifications, and you share. That is the absolute best way that you can help us out, is by sharing our content and helping grow this community that we've all come to love and know so much. But I said that backwards, but either way, it doesn't matter. Sentiment's still there. Love you guys. Basically what I'm saying. On the other side of that, we've got links in the description below, so you can go check those out for a direct form of communication on Twitter, or you can watch some of us play some games on Twitch. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. See you next time.